Hello everyone! Welcome back to Disco Elysium. One sec while I finish getting set up. Come on. Making sure everything's working. Okay, good. Let us continue. Hi Lee! Lee, you're back! Hope you're having a good weekend. Still working on trying to figure out a title. We'll see what happens. Get where we left off. But many things to do. Many things to do. I think a lot of stuff we can't do until the night yet. Missing insects. I want to gotta talk to Kuno. Gotta go to Billy's apartment. Hello, Min. Welcome. Happy weekend. I say leave the title forever. That's the problem. If I come up with something really good, I will, but I have so much trouble coming up with titles for the disco episodes because I don't know what we're gonna... I know what I want to do, but I don't know if I'll actually accomplish it. I would like to visit the church, but I think the first thing I wanted to do was talk to Joy. Oh. Sing karaoke. I thought we had the tape. Do we have to do something with it before this updates? And the other thing is, I got yelled at a bit for hoarding skill points on Twitter, so I guess I can bring suggestion out the gutter a little bit. There, it's at 2. Volition, empathy. You can put a point in empathy. Sure. There. Everyone's happy? And we're working on these 2 thoughts. Okay. Wait, what's rhetoric? Because we have to put a point in rhetoric at some point. 4. Okay, well, we'll leave that for doing the next skill check. But I think our priority is Joyce right now. And then we'll run around. Okay. Actually, thinking about the tape. Can we interact?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Let's play on the tape.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Little church song. Press your ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad.
Mega sad.
Within seconds, you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Too sad. Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses.
It's only 3 verses.
And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Okay, okay, I guess we're right here, so we'll go see Gart. Oh. Come on, Gart. You solved your love problems. You gotta let us sing karaoke. Hello.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Yes.
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Oh, I need to sing karaoke now. Okay, maybe we'll leave that because we don't want to sing it now. I want to wait till it's later and there's more people here. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, back to Joyce then. I might look at, there's some stuff I want to look at as well, just to make sure I don't remember if I looked at before, and see if there's more encyclopedia experience or conceptualization experience I can get from it. How was your weekend? It's been quiet so far. Just been working basically. Watched some anime with Lee, which was fun. But very quiet. I have a big deadline coming up, so I've just been focusing on that. How was everybody else's weekend?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
We have... Oh, do we have to talk? Did I forget that we have to talk to the Hardy Boys? Is that what... I don't remember.
Until you come up with something...
She's simply...
Yes, my eyes on the harbour
okay,
have
okay.
sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
Oh.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
Presumably.
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
Authority... You don't always give me the right advice. I'll let Kim do it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a
What?
small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing land, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Civil War. I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Ah.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
Oh.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Executions?
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Ah! I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Yeah.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest
Oh, thanks,
insect,
Encyclopedia.
can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
They have giant killer hornets in this world too?
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
I think confrontation is inevitable. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true, Lieutenant W. Frater de Bois. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Single. So that's the problem, because everybody's... I guess that's the person who shot him. Because all the Hardy Boys are... taking the fall for the lynching. Oh... We don't... have the single one. What can you tell me about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep, black well.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Yeah, okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Yeah, we're still trying to get the serial number from the boots, I think.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off?
I have. and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
I think I do trust Joyce, and I think her heart's in the right place for everything she's trying to do here, but I know Kim doesn't like us giving her too much information, so be careful for the moment. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Courty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Courty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed, this matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining two mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Yeah, we haven't had any hint of there being others. I mean, I guess they mentioned that there are mercenaries around, but we haven't seen anything.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages.
Ugh.
It will not be a fruitful meeting.
That's a way of describing it.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually.
Ooh.
When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Red check. Well, it's 97, but, sent by the Pine, scab, bleeder, murder, bad reply. Clothes didn't fit right, didn't pass background check.
One is obviously
Oh,
the
okay, I
scab
was just about to
leader
think.
at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Interesting.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
Fair enough.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
I had another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
Okay, so it is story-based, I guess, not actual day.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
Oh,
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
okay. That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Okay, now can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigger not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet, observe the woman's expression. Oh, hi, Temperance, welcome! Welcome. Happy weekend.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Interesting. Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Maybe we can ask the scab leader. I mean, that would sort of... I guess that would sort of hint that we know something, but he's an option. What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
I've spoken to him. For now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse.
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning within one's own corpse.
Remains unfazed. What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Veadotube, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnes Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Veadotube on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
I want to take another look at it when we get a chance.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter. Veadotube? Veadotube has a military academy. The Seminoles Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history. Maybe it's a record of his military career.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for an adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Yeah, though I'm interested in it for the content.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
Can I do it if I don't put it down? I'm curious for the content, but if it's not a good idea, probably not a good idea. You do it if, okay, no. Well, even if I put it down, I don't have to do it, I guess. Maybe? I hate it when I, like, character-wise, like, role-playing-wise. You can accept it and not do it. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna doing.
Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I think that's all for now. Perhaps another mercenary can tell you more about the Hangman's tattoos, the so-called scab leader at the harbor gates. It won't count as one of the people informing you about the tattoos, but could be interesting. Oh, trigger warning for the side quest. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I'll think about it. Now I think I want to talk to Kuno because I want to know more about what we can do with the cryptid quest. Hi, Glacia. Oh, we also have to go find his dad.
Kuno care?
The boy turns to you. He doesn't care. You wouldn't happen to know anything about any missing locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about books.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Okay.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
The little one seems distraught.
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
Now hold on, no one is lame here. Just tell me what happened.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Kids.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
Okay. I'm
Kuno
off.
doesn't fucking care.
I really want to see him with a lawyer. goodness. Oh no. Crawling with locusts in here. A magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live a happy magnesium-rich life.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows.
But yeah, why would you bring a bunch of locusts?
Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns to you. No, we're still gonna look for it. We're not giving up.
Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Yes, precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist.
Shut up!
But what do I know?
Yeah.
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
We should talk to Kuno about this. Get him to stop.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
Yeah, why did he? Because, like, why would you put a bunch of... It's gross. I mean, bugs themselves are fine, but I would just be bothered with a bunch of locusts. In particular, buzzing around my home. Oh no, why did you do that?
Fuck does Kuno care?
He doesn't care. I know you took the locusts from the traps the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
I was really hoping it would be the reed phasmid that ate the locusts, not you, Kuno. Didn't eat them.
Yeah, well, Kuno's all you got, bitch.
Am I a vegetarian? I'm not actually I'm not a vegetarian. Why steal locusts? Couldn't you find some other pets?
They're not pets. Don't you know what locusts are? When they come out of the fucking sky. Fucking descendant shit.
Stop!
She wails from behind the fence, then covers her face with her hands.
You stop. It's like they're fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
What are you, some kind of artist now?
Maybe I am.
Yeah! You should join the club.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
I want to say this, but, hold on, did I hear you right? You said I.
Kuno made Kuno. Kuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig.
Steps closer.
I fucking say I when I wanna, and Kuno when I wanna. Kuno's free. Kuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
Oh, interesting. Making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds!
I love this.
Don't let him, Kuno!
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
He tears at the button of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give way.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Oh, don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno! You'll have to take me away!
And Kuno have discussed this. I promised I won't do that.
I don't believe you!
Oh, he disappears entirely behind the fence.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
Kuno's a cop now? He can be anything he wants to be.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno. She doesn't know whether to be glad because Kuno's finally convinced of the lameness, or more worried because of his continued use of the first person singular. Kuno is Kuno, not I.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I have to ask, what does City of Locusts mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
He turns his burning face up to the falling snow.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's gonna happen to the locusts?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Oh, okay, now that that's settled, I'd better be off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The Insulindian Phasmid. He mutters to himself.
He recognizes the name.
Wait, you know what the Insulindian Phasmid is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
Oh.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Oh, we have to fix this. Get them friendship bracelets or something.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno
There might be
doesn't
something we have to
fucking...
do instead. Report your findings to the cryptozoologists. Let's take a peek here first.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Okay. We'll come back. We also have to go find his dad. But I'm scared of that because it sounded like it was going to be like a physical confrontation, but... And I don't have the build for that, but we have to do it sooner or later. Oh wait, not guard, cryptozoologist.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I had a chat with this kid Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts.
So it was just a child.
He purses his lips, crestfallen.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
Yes.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Don't give up, guys. I'm here. Oh. The aging cryptozoologist breaks into a hideous coughing fit.
He has a 38-degree fever.
Oh
His
no.
resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe
not.
it's time to go home.
The definition of insanity. It's not. It's different because I'm here this time.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season, when it's warmer.
There won't be a next season. Not for this. Find a phasmid or admit defeat, people.
Refuse. Refuse. Damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap for you? We've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this. Accept enthusiastically.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
He wants to see this tale through as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have stopped this already. But he cannot let it drag out after this.
Really? It's too much, officer.
Oh.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
She nods to her husband.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
You can get a credit on the paper. You won't be first author. You can be, like, fourth.
This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about
Yes.
that.
You volunteered to restock. We have to investigate the area. Yeah, we need to go over there. I want to look at the church, too. This could, after some messing around, probably lead to discovery. First, restock the trap you left empty before. The trick is to remember which one it was. You left one empty? I don't even remember that. What do we have? Oh, there's the locusts. A cardboard box with several rows of little holes in the lid. Though at first glance the box seems perfectly ordinary, upon closer examination, it's obvious that it has been prepared with great care. Okay. Gotta get back over there. I want to check out the church as well. And there's still some more skill checks with the kids, so we can go across. And then maybe that will use enough time to... before karaoke. Let's go! There's a trap around there, here, but I don't know. Okay, so is this one?
The locusts aren't doing all too well, but they're
Okay.
still...
I didn't realize we left one empty. I don't remember. That's okay. Remember there's that one. There's one where they were before. Oh. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC in Rubber Soul, hopefully. Oh, we can call the phone. There's the church. I feel like there was one like hidden in a corner somewhere, but... Aha, there we go.
The locusts
Okay.
aren't...
It's okay. I know there's not one up here, I'm just peeking around. There's one near a shack, and there's the one where Morel was. Oh. Did you report the second body? Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. We have to talk to Billy. So much to do. So little time. Now I have to finish everything before Civil War starts. So much pressure. Okay, it's here where Morel was. Hi, Trant.
The locusts aren't doing all too well.
Okay, so the what? It must be. I guess the last one was the one by the little shack, which was west of the Feld building. I have to remember how to. Okay, not that one. From there, okay. Yeah, you go. Right, it's like. Working on it. There we go. There we go.
Morel's trap stands empty, just like the boathouses around it. The wind ruffles your sweaty hair.
Release the locusts into the empty trap.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation?
We're just gonna sit here till something happens.
Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to, but if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it.
Leave. So... Now report. Okay, we have to go back. Before that, let's check out the church. Actually, is there anything? Can we look at it quickly? Is there anything more? Anything change?
All the traps are stopped now, and still no sight of the phasmid.
Good timing.
Return to Morel and let him know.
We can do this.
Call the Mama Dakwa. It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the Call du Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of you the alcohol hasn't drowned out. Keep listening.
Oh, Swift. Oh, no, encyclopedia! My most important stat! A +3 perception. Nice. I think that's worth it for +3 perception. What are we? 7. Let's put in... Let's put a point back in encyclopedia because it's so good for experience. +3 perception is great though. Now let's go. Before we do, there's another check with the... There was an empathy check I wanted to do. I think I'll change my clothes
Hello
for
again.
it. Okay. That's empathy, right? Yeah. And anything else worth wearing? There we go. Let's put these on. Oh. Yellow moss on these stones. They're probably stolen from someone's garden.
Hello again.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable at your age or at any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended for it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side. What are we doing? Tap on the tape recorder.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It is not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now. What are we saying?
What is?
What? Who is Contact Mike? Once again, reminded of how Contact Mike rose from the slums of St. Baptiste to the top of the boxing world, overcoming adversity and serious brain trauma. Nothing is coming. Nothing he wouldn't knock out in 3 rounds. The real fight is for the right attitude. Okay.
I can't believe this turned into another Mike thing. Fine. Okay, I'll stick to it. I'll knock it out in 3 rounds.
Yes.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
Might you have a bit of a cold? I don't, but I'm going to drink some water. I don't think I have a cold. Feeling a bit low, but I don't think it's because of a cold. You said eating me. There's nothing eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
I guess there's something that's been making my life hell. Are we just gonna load this on her?
What is it?
I think it's the plight of the working class. People just keep putting their selfish interests ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes you've got to make sacrifices for the sake of progress. It's all very distressing.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress?
I guess that's the moralist answer. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for slow and steady progress. I just wish people would be a little more reasonable is all.
Okay. So you're not that upset, it sounds like.
I told you I'm highly distressed by this state of affairs.
Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about, and not, I don't know, some chick?
She knows.
Perhaps.
Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember her scent and that's all.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
I think it's more... Oh, what do you mean by selective memory?
Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory.
I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
It's okay. You can talk to us.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What's this Königstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the bullshit psych thing then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Fair enough. Thank you, child. Let's take a peek with these guys too. I think there is a physical instrument check I could try again, and there's something else. I can't remember if I exhausted all their stuff. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. Pre-launched engine starting fluid. Oh, so I guess we're getting more stuff because our perception went up. Let's put our encyclopedia glasses back on. Come on. There we go. And don't need to be holding this anymore.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I'm sure we can try and get some more stuff out of
As
here.
always. Huh? I
Okay.
see.
The large-headed youth.
Good morning! Yeah! Pump it up! Pump it up! Pump it up!
Pump it up! I found this reel of tape. Maybe you can use it to hard up Ike's jam. Give him the fixed Hawthorne tree tape.
Yeah! Remix time! Tape goes here, into deck B.
He clicks the switch. The tape starts spinning. I love this guy.
A hand on his ear. He listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts.
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself?
A great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him. This is big.
What do you mean?
Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready?
Show it. Okay, ready. Oh, interesting.
Wow! Here's that! The signs match perfectly!
Oh, cool.
Now, if only we had the beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper!
Intriguing. The way I see it, Van Eyck based his remix on some famous original piece, like a folk song, something local. Seems you found an initial part with the main melody.
Oh, interesting.
I think it's just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent.
He nods to his friend behind the turntables.
Noid's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key. No, this is definitely part of the same song. Something cut from it. It fits too well.
It does fit incredibly well.
Something mysterious is going on here.
I mean, it's... Maybe Arno Van Eyck lives around here and just threw part of his song away because he thought it was shit. Do I have to choose to... Something mysterious. Sounds like a local song remixed. I guess so.
Be how it may!
Oh!
If it fits, it fits! Bring up the volume!
What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that?
One sec. +1. Oh, you get a temporary interfacing plus. The question won't leave you. Why did the melody line from a broken and discarded tape fit perfectly into a song played by some speed freaks in a frozen tent? Can it be a coincidence? Maybe it's the hand of the man-machine himself in his attempt to craft a perfect song. Maybe Egghead is actually Arno Van Eyck in disguise. Or Egg? Oh. Could it be? But I have no room.
Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
Let's keep... Honestly, nothing springs to mind right now, but I'll see if I can come up with a solution down the lane.
Yo, the warrior! The warrior of dance music!
Time to discard a thought? Yeah, let me... Quite possibly. I want to think about it first.
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pretty ultra.
But it could be hyper hardcore!
Help Egghead with the beat. This may take a while. Okay, so don't worry about too much right now. Have we done all these?
No nation Revolution! The transnation! No war! The class war!
Best not to be a communist. Having extreme views on issues is detrimental to understanding on all sides. Are we... What does this mean?
Oh, sure! I can do that! If you want that, I can avoid taking a stand.
Can we make him a moralist?
Please don't turn him into a moralist.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Be a moralist, Egghead. The balance needs your help. Don't be a moralist. Wait, what am I saying? You should consider your choice carefully and rationally. Don't be a moralist. That path requires a sensible examination of all nuances unattainable to most people. Can I come back? You guess Egghead won't be a moralist after all. No, let's make him a moralist.
Sure. Please don't turn it.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Be a moralist, Egghead. The balance needs your help. You guess Egghead is a moralist now. Tell me something else, Egghead.
It's time to compromise.
He looks at you with an almost impossibly wide, shining grin, looking to see if you approve. Almost there. Could use just a bit more something.
Incremental change.
Appropriate.
I'm swiftly moving toward a solution which pleases nobody.
Yes. This is the path I've chosen.
You feel Jermaine Egghead's smile is too enthusiastic, but it'll have to do for now.
Yeah. I feel like...
So, how are things going? Truth is, I don't... Yes.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
I feel like there's some more stuff we must be able to get about this logic check.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water.
I feel like we've done this.
Oh, and it felt...
No, felt like some...
Okay, yeah,
Not
we've all seen this.
We've just seen someone. Sure. What?
Let's come back. Imagine the other options. Oh yeah, you must be able to do... I assume you can do... all the political options. I wonder if... Does Noi like any of them, or is he just anti-moralist? Guess what, Kim? We made Egghead into a moralist. Now let's check out this church, because I've been wanting to. It could be closed in there. Let's quick save.
Heavy wooden doors.
Okay.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open. Feels like electricity and a very small piece of nothingness.
Let's go.
Lieutenant nods at you. Pull on the doors.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes.
I'm interested that we get shivers in Inland Empire speaking up here.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Oh. I've been curious, since we heard there was a church, because I don't really know what the religion is like here. Whoa. I've heard characters say God, but... Oh. Oh. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Okay, no running. Church is a place for shiver and imagination. Awesome, I love shivers. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. This figure was added later, it's not part of the original church. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long-forgotten style. One of my favorite OST from the game. I was just thinking, this is standing out just for the vocals. Me PS4 runs everywhere. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? Does something actually happen if you run in here, Lee? Prayer book has been left open. Excerpts from the Paracanasian Litany of Love. A bowl filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Better not touch that. Could these wires work as contact microphones?
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shift in matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
Oh.
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head.
What?
Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Oh, weird. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
This is a bit more than acoustics, I think, Kim.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises.
What if it's something paranatural?
Please, detective, not this again.
Come on! Come on! Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Oh, I want to do this. But, come on. Yes! Thank you, Cold Mama Dakwa.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
Is this the Crab Man? Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Crab Man!
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no. You've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
The ceiling?
Yes. The darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Blink. Oh. Oh!
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
I'm glad we got that check. Because I am wearing some, like... The glasses lower my glasses lower my perception, so... Let's... Assuming this guy doesn't disappear, let's keep looking, because... There might be clothing! Oh, shivers. Cold wind blows in from the broken gallery. It makes your skin crawl. Wait, there's a big hole here? Why couldn't we... There's a big hole. Why couldn't we go in through the hole? Why did we need to get the key? Oh, hi, Cool Side. Welcome. We're doing some very mysterious things here. And I'm loving it. I hope you're having a good weekend. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Portable Harman Wowshi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Oh, Min, you just reminded me. Are you feeling any better? I was thinking about you and your teeth. I'm sorry. I hope it's improving a little bit. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
That's kind of like the thing that we put the little cube in.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
Oh, hi, too lazy to name. What's my favorite floor? Social sciences. Esed's floor.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
Teeth stuff's the worst, but it does get better.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
You said that about the blue door, and then it was. Yes, but this machine just looks like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer.
Oh, too lazy to name. Thank you. Thank you. If it's possible, could you leave in the comments like a screenshot or something? I want to see that. Thank you. That's one of the nicest things I've ever heard.
The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Wait, let me just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open.
We won't touch anything, but we can just
The
look.
lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses.
What?
You're free to proceed.
Diamond? Those aren't diamonds. Unless it's like a metaphor. Funny. That's interesting. I've seen fan art with Kim wearing diamond-shaped glasses. Is that where it comes from then? Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Okay.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Is it gonna be the same old lady?
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Well, yeah, that is the same old lady, I think. I was also looking, at some older art for the game. And I think before they were called Zaum, this game developer was called like Fortress Occident or something.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log, February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Oh no.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Yeah. I don't know the password.
Received. At Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress Accident, like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
What, are you a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the personal log?
glad we got her name out of that.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are paranoid.
My partner tells me that you're... Oh no. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am? I don't want to insult her.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, votre accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark. Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely doing this job?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk all day to people like you over a warm cup of tea.
Oh, like what I'm doing.
That's why she does this.
Yeah.
Now, please tell me why you're calling votre accident.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Let's keep looking for the password. I feel like we thought we might find the password in the ice cream maker, but
In white,
still not strong
silver,
enough for that.
and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
Is this... It's kind of hard to tell, but looks like she has the glowing lungs that they were talking about.
This is her Innocence Dolores Day.
Yes, tell me about the Innocences, because we haven't, they're important obviously, but we haven't really heard much.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
I don't know which thought's telling me that, but sure.
Your knees touch the floor.
Oh, wow.
The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
I was thinking more of like a polite kneel, not just drop to the knees. Close your eyes first.
The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you. It covers you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You.
Wow. Yes. It's not possible to live. I don't even know how to answer.
As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
Oh, DeLorean. That must be from Dolores. I didn't... Okay. You knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
on the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Interesting.
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
You know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
Ah.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I guess I could have been here.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
Another conspiracy. If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten.
I need information, not fear.
It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
Stroke your chin first.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
See, we can do the 97 encyclopedia. How did I know this was the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
Wow.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
I could be making it up. I feel like... Because, like, I do know Dolores Day was mentioned a few times, but... I don't quite... Without knowing who she was, it didn't really, like, stick in my mind too much, but I feel like it might have been mentioned she was assassinated. There's a guy with a little crown. I was thinking... Looks a bit like Volition. Okay, what exactly is an innocence? I've heard of the system.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time.
He was assassinated, okay. So it's an okay. So it's an elected thing.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
One in office now?
No, we are alone.
Okay, when did she rule? I guess it was like 300 years ago or something, they said.
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Serene, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
She's like the Pope, and she's like if the Pope and Dalai Lama merged. I see. Very, well, I guess even more so, because she's like, they're talking about inter-isolary. So, like, founding party. I mean, is she just the ruler of Sir Leclef, or everywhere?
Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed?
Where is this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away. No, you must know.
Okay. What else? Was she smart?
Terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on.
Wow.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
It is really striking imagery, the glowing lungs.
That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mes and the Occident, and even far away Supramuindi. Altogether, 21 of the 40 Mundial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule.
Okay, so it is
even
like...
before her crowning.
It is like, multiple nations, her crowning.
In a city called Advesperaskit, in Vesper Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes. But it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
She must have been beautiful. I don't care how she looked, I don't care, it doesn't hurt me. Reading a lot of these dialogue options, I'm curious about them, but I'm going for the more positive ones right now.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her, A small attaché of officials stood by as her Therriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by Secret Servicemen.
Then what?
One of the men in this Secret Service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
What?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents.
Wow.
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Well, there's something terrifying about her. Well, did forget to breathe. I guess that would count.
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
No, there was something bad about her. Was there something bad about her? I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Therriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Uh-oh, what happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
Problematic is one way to put this.
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's voice, calm voice, echoes in the cold air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Yeah, the world building is just so good. Yeah, I don't even know how to like respond to all this. I love this world building, but wow. It's not human. Yeah, glowing lungs.
Yes, glowing lungs are quite unusual. After that one time, they have not been reported to glow.
He takes his glasses off to clean them.
You know, this church, the coast, we shouldn't linger. Finish what you came here to do and let's move on.
Okay, let's...
This isn't a good place to get lost in.
Let's try and equip some stuff. Before we do that, I want to linger. There's a lot of things to look at in here and linger around. Logic. -1. Okay, there we go. There we go, +1. Let's try, and then I don't mind putting a point into visual calculus. It's cool.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A jigsaw of broken shards
Ooh.
falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
Triangle. What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Oh. Not very helpful, visual calculus.
Something during the raid the lieutenant mentioned. Or just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
After life, death. After death. I don't know. I don't want to try.
And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
The gray? After the gray, the something new.
After life,
Okay.
death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale.
Pale.
After the pale, the world again.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Good try. I'm scared to. My French is pretty rough. After life, death. After death, life again. After. Yeah, I should have. Le Mans. To Le Mans. Should have gone that. After death, Le Gris. So Le Gris is French for pale. Always back to the pale. After the pale, the world again. The new world. I get. Nouveau is new, but. Back to the pale. Too lazy's name. The pale is a very important part of this game. That is hard to summarize right here because I don't even totally understand it. Lieutenant, this used to say afterlife. After
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
I want to ask both of these. Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
Ugh. What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
I like the other one better.
So do I.
Oh, step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Generic. Wow. Oh, there's some stuff up here. Oh no, I ran! Stop running! Can I take money from a church? Yes, shoes! Oh, empathy shoes. Reminds me I need to put encyclopedia back on. Encyclopedia glasses. And my Shivers coat. Yeah. We can keep... Oh. Oh.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
Yeah, we have a figure. What?
You have the Headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
Look around, win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long dead historical figure. I mean, clearly, you do have some sort of complex about her.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily. This isn't funny. You have a bad feeling about this one.
Oh, Inland Empire and reaction speed aren't really agreeing. I should. Yes, this is a task of mine now.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
Yes. I mean, there's a... Loris Day was fond of figurines. She deserves more. You should offer her any and all that you have one day if you meet her in person. That's a sentence. That's a sentence. What an odd task to give yourself, but here we are. Won't run, but we'll loot the church. I mean, nobody's really here. A spider spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. Let's keep looking, and then we'll talk to Crab Man. He's a man and a crab. A cracked pane of glass, colorful. It came from the stained glass window, still has letters on it too. Frost has drawn flowers on the grass, obscuring the view. A figure drawn in frost on the window, depicting a deer. And there's something here. Ooh! Pain threshold scarf. Mesk banger silk scarf. Hello, Crab Man.
The shadow is
Yeah.
a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
What?
The Crab Man.
Crab Man! Are you the Crab Man?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
I have to say that is not what I was expecting.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Riverdale.
The right place for what?
Here you could receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
Crab Man!
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Not to question him, I just want to talk.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already.
Oh, hell no. Run away. I'm curious about that. I guess I have a bit of a problem. It's been getting out of hand lately, but...
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
How do you know what I'm feeling?
I was like you once, just dragging my feet to the next bottle. Shit was dark, Holmes.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't drank anything or haven't done any drugs this playthrough. Alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me.
Ooh.
Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church. I'm really gonna have to forget some thoughts. Wasteland of reality. Oh, -2 physical instrument. It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic, and that it's a sickness, and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground. Your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this. Even bone-dry reality yourself. Maybe you can quit. I forget even what I decided I was willing to... The two I think I can get rid of is this one and probably Motorway South. Although I like one Inland Empire, it's just... it's not worth... We already have the all-intellect white checks and law. It's not really worth it. I mean, I want to keep... Most other stuff I want to keep, and we'll see what fair weather T500 brings.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
That thought is great if you're planning on going sober. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
I'm gonna ask you again, are you the crab man?
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
If you're not a crab, then what are you?
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before you became a crab man?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
This is apocalypse cop stuff. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me.
No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak,
So, are you okay being called Crabman?
your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
How often do you meet a Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau? We'll just go with Harry.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
Oh. He ignores your hand, his limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration.
Perforation in the world. Shiver said there's a hole in my heart.
I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
This mother of silence, you mean her?
No. There's a new god in town, and she can be painted or sculpted because she has no limb or even a face. She is the end. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
What will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
Sure. You sure you just didn't switch from one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Faith is kind of a drug.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
Fair point.
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
I think love might have been my drug of choice, and I think I'm still hungover from it.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know very much about the ex, and it's clearly bothering him a lot, but I don't think Harry was necessarily the best spouse either.
The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
I was being insensitive, sorry, let's move on.
No worries, man. I know this shit takes time.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Singing is good. We should all sing a bit more. Or let's ask him to sing for me. Sing for me something.
I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins. He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve.
How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me.
Are these yours?
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
Thanks.
They look pretty dapper, actually.
Yeah. Right, I had other questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
We'll come back to that at the end. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
No one anymore. Okay. What do you think about the nightclub this is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up.
Oh, he's down with it.
Imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
Oh, I thought he wouldn't like it, but...
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Do you know where the other spooker is? Point to the strange machines around you.
¿Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Veadotube is Grandma?
So there is another person living in the church? It's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who she is? Or who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Shrugs.
Or search through her radio computer.
Have you by any chance heard the Vieta say her password to her radio computer?
Too many times, Essay.
Oh, yeah.
You need it for something.
Yes, please.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information. Especially in the name of public safety.
Sure, I'll go with that drama. I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes identifying regional trends in the interests of public safety, of course.
Don't sweat it, Vato. The password is afterlife death.
Cool.
That is true. But what comes after death?
Hell.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
You've been here for a long time. Did you see the police raid that took place here?
Something like that.
He responds, his voice suddenly flat.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
I wanna see this hole he's talking about. I guess that's it. Okay then, thanks.
I think we're done here, Essay.
Oh, okay. The figure crawls off into the darkness above.
That was an interesting conversation.
How many times in your life have you gotten to talk to a crab man, Kim?
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our
Is
investigation.
that all you care about? Come on. Now we can, just while we're here, we can see if that password gets us anywhere. I guess this is kind of like breaking into a computer, but I'm
The
curious.
machine's keyboard is still... The speaker comes...
Good afternoon. Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident is there.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard... The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
That might be personal, but read.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
You think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
His eyes wander to the various machines around him. Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. Don't step on wires. Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Ah.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
So these are the same people as the game developers. A data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artists, programmers, Lexi. Who are all these people?
I think these people work in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Read the 5th entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Oh, interesting.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Read the 6th entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right towards the silence. Read the 7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
So cool.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
Okay, so this is messing up with the experiments.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Read the 9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
Oh, that was us. That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
Oops.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Thanks, interfacing. Read the 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Hello, Suna the programmer. Sorry, we were reading your journal. Or maybe she doesn't care.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I can assure you, I'm an expert circuit bender. I'm not breaking into your computer. I'm using it to access Coalition military data links. No, we'll do this. We're not just breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead, searching for my lost identity.
You won't find any answers from here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Okay. is quite the diversion, but I am very compelled.
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the praying machine. I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It does not look like a big loss to her. Are you the lead programmer of Whirl Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
Oh.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Vox and Orbis?
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Have you seen the Crab Man?
Nope.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
The Crabman has seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crabmen.
How can you not care about Crabmen? Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIM prefix processing unit.
RAIM Prefect, that's your radio computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes. You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Oh no. I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
It's very nice of her to explain all this. Wait, what's on air?
On the front. The unified front of radio waves. Licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
And the AR-1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
Good advice.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casts in her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Working on what is the point?
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
What about those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIM prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Okay.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Isn't your RAIM Prefect radio computer made exclusively for the government use?
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Prefect is used mostly by the government peeps.
Peeps. And you work for the government?
No, I don't.
So why do you have it?
Because I needed something good for my investigation and RAIM Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards. So I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a RAIM prefect isn't such a big deal anymore.
No, actually, it is kind of a big deal. You don't see RAIM prefects in every police department, for example.
How did you get your hands on it?
I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the Coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade RAIM Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as RAIM Civic, so it's kind of a rip-off. But it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain.
Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
Yeah. A police officer, it's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Hole in the world. Hole in Shiver's heart.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world, what does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
He's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Oh, challenging failure. What does it mean that we're living in a world that has holes in it?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
Can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
I hope we don't have to choose between, like, helping her finish her research, which I am very curious about, and the kids.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
I see.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
What about other supernatural entities?
I don't believe in them either.
What not many know is necroplasma exists.
Great. What are we talking about? And why?
I want to see the other option. Right,
no,
nothing
I
to do
think
with...
so. I don't believe in ghosts.
Nothing to do with ghosts. Start writing it down in your ledger.
You do know there's no need to officially document this information, right?
She has already turned back to her keyboard.
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located? Oh, who would you choose? I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm in research, so I have a lot of respect for her. But I mean, I do want to help the kids. I don't know. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
That's a pretty wild architectural quirk, Kim.
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning, her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space.
What do I research? I guess it's okay. I think I've mentioned it in another stream before, so I'm okay. I'm in gambling research.
And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Gambling research, I'm in, like, a lot of cognitive psychology related things. That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now. Yes, I want to know more.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
Uh-oh.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
You even listened to it, like actually heard it.
Yeah. Like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they?
She pulls a face that looks absolutely scathing.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, but how do you feel about a club for Nordic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A petting zoo, a place for animals.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Okay.
Good luck. I'm not coming in.
Oh no. I'll let you work in peace for now. Let's find out what this thought does.
Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Huh? Plus hand-eye coordination against enemies in FT500 armor. I guess this feels like a thought that's for some very specific use cases that I don't necessarily want to do. I know, that's an ominous bonus. Is it late enough to do karaoke yet? Cause we can go back for karaoke and then come back to the kids while we wait around cause we still need things to be later for getting the gun back. Maybe? Yeah, we'll check. Peak karaoke hours, good. Good. Let's go. So regarding karaoke, I'd like to, since we talked about it, I'd like to see what the success and fail is. For the content, unless whatever the skill check is something I either absolutely can't pass or fail. Without a lot of resetting. But if it's like a 50-50, I want to see what both are since you guys have sold me on it. Oh, and I almost forgot. We also have... I was saving this to when Lee was around. But we can also do...
Yes?
Oh yeah, we have this. You can come back. A big news, Kim. Tell Kim how you no longer obsess over your sexuality. I guess we can add... I'm scared to what this conversation might lead.
Okay.
I've managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality.
Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just one more thing, though. Where is this leading?
What?
Oh my god. You can't ask that. Are you part of the homosexual underground? Are you serious? Is this happening?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now.
Shut up. Is this happening? Yeah, but...
But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mind project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
Kim! I didn't know about that. Really?
That's the truth.
Oh my god. Kim! It's real! I mean, I saw a lot of fan art But you're not. What's happening? I saw the fan art, but like, you never expect this to actually be canon. Oh my god. Damn. They really did make the perfect character. Oh, why did I save that? I needed to know that like weeks ago. Oh no, it's still not quite happening yet. We gotta go do something else for a few minutes. Maybe in 5 minutes, the lights will come on. Maybe there's something we can interact with. What fan art am I seeing? Stuff that my friends retweet, which does tend to be of the shippy variety. Thank you for letting me experience that again, my Karen. I'm glad. Something we can read. Maybe we'll read a... I guess we could like... interact.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
You're the friends, yep. I mean, it's not just you, but you are quite a part of that. What is this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Mabel's or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communers and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
Oh. Does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
Is it a coincidence it being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Very well. Put the flower back in your pocket.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand.
I feel like we need to press this in a book or something.
Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none.
Blow on your fingers.
Inland, above the Martinez distributary, the channel that brought wastewater from the silk mills of Jamrock, and then dead bodies during the war. The wrinkled fingers of an old man crush flower petals, then sprinkle them in the stream like white salt.
Wow. 1 more minute. And then we'll check. Anything new about this?
An intricate web of blue line. It still kind of looks like a map of the gone. For you, someone who knows about it.
Just trying to interact with stuff to make time move.
With a blue, someone has. You'll find the film.
Looks like someone from that radio game. That's a plausible hypothesis. Really?
There we go.
I'm sure.
Are things happening in there now? Can't press dried flowers, it'll become power. Okay, okay. Yeah! This is what we wanted. Okay, Gart.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Gart, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
It's part of my quest of self-discovery. Help me.
The Whirling's not a charity or a musical therapy clinic. It's a commercial establishment. You're going to scare away the customers.
This is my way of apologizing for the trouble I've caused. Please let me say I'm sorry.
By causing more trouble, I think we're good.
Oh no. Why do you even have a PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
What? It's not a prop, it's for your clients. I know it. When was the last time you had a band play here?
It's not for bands, it's for clients. Some clients, okay? Not you.
I'm a real client. I paid my bills and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
It's all right. I have my I have my own. Sorry. Okay. It's all right. I have my own song with me. Give him the tape for smallest church in Snayson.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you.
Yes.
Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
I really want to know about the great karaoke catastrophe, though.
Oh yeah. Time to do the damage.
Yes. Goodbye. So can I go up there? Okay. So the question is, let's do a proper save. The question is, well, we got dressed for the occasion. I think Horrific Necktie deserves to be with us. I do feel... which jacket? I guess we can wear our own jacket. Can wear the tank top. Let's see. The silk robe's pretty good though. Suggestion. Those the shoes are pretty. Yeah. Although I do like we might want to do the alligator. Maybe we should just go with the part of the classic. We can on the first roll. Oh. Esprit de corps shivers. I'm just double checking. Anything else we want to wear? Maybe we'll take off the glasses for now. Half-light. Or maybe we should wear Kim's coat for represent him. Will be canon the first roll. Oh, I'm nervous. Empathy, logic, savoir-faire. I don't even know what the skill check. I actually kind of want. Man. Hey, we'll do a quick save. The gauntlets are pretty wild. Oh, do I have to? Maybe I might have to equip the. Oh.
The stage is all set up.
This feels right. You belong here.
Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
Uh-oh.
So, are you ready
for
your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
It's drama. Look, Kim, I'm going to sing karaoke.
I can see that.
Oh, it's so nice. He's there. And John's there. Drama, hi. That's pretty good. Test it. Look around the room. We don't want to make ourselves nervous. You should test the microphone, though.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room.
Uh-oh.
You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
Oh no! Shh.
The stage, you feel...
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Hold on, I gotta be... Actually, I should get ready to vibe. One sec. What can I... Ignore me. Wondering if I can... Yeah, okay. I'm vibing now.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
Is that actually gonna be like lyrics?
I would often go there.
Whoa.
To the tiny church there. The smallest church in San. Though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there. Toward the Seven Sisters. Toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. In that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Wow. Okay, yeah, I was wondering, is the implication... Oh, hold on. I don't... Me. Unvibe. I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint Saint, though it was once larger. How the rill may rest there, down through the mist there, towards the Seven Sisters, towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in the tiny yard there. I've been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now you are alone, none of this matters at all. I guess it's the implication that Harry's voice is the same as ancient reptilian brain. Not really what I was expecting, but I can see it.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Dedicate. There's only one option here. It was also the hanged man's voice I was thinking, and then hanged Harry's voice, I guess. I'd like to dedicate the song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi, not to the lieutenant.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away.
Oh.
He's incapable of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
Oh.
Good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Oh, shut up, guard.
Last words?
Thank you, Martinez. Okay. Let's save. Hold on. Karaoke. Success. And now I want to see what they say, but for a moment, let's Let's see what happens if we do if we fail. Which I guess we can definitely... Oh.
The stage, you feel...
Okay, so we can...
I can see that.
Immediate hands. Where do you put your hands?
It fails so much. Here we go. Around the room.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse. They are going to hate you.
No, this is...
Just make sure you move, okay? Don't be stiff.
Oh, so savoir-faire comes and helps. The hand conundrum, too close to the mark.
The air is...
Oops. Against all odds. I wish I could get that lucky on a check. Normal play. But perhaps failing is not meant to be.
The stage, you feel...
So...
I can see
Yes,
that.
I don't have to say that.
Hands. Where do
I
you put
know,
the bar?
all
They are-
wasted.
Just make sure you move, okay? The
There we
air
go.
is thick with anticipation. Someone dims the lights as the music starts. A lump's in your throat suddenly.
I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sanson. Now it once was larger. How the real may rest there, down through the mist there, towards the Seven Sisters.
Is this limbic system? Is that what happened?
Towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here,
going all out,
looking forward to the past here. But now you're all alone. None of this matters. At all.
Do you hear that? It's the most pathetic applause in the world, Harry.
No.
Made of pity. No one liked you.
Singing my heart out here.
You hear, or think you hear, uncomfortable shifting around. A bit of laughter, maybe. No one saying anything.
I'm gonna unplug the mic now, okay?
You don't know what good singing is. This is real singing. I sang about real stuff.
That's it. I'm unplugging it.
That's it. You're unpowered.
Let's go, officer. These people wouldn't know a good performance if it beat them in the ass.
Oh, Kim, you liked it?
Detective Dubois, it was downright tragic. Now, let's go.
I mean it, he thinks. To him, being a cop in the RCM was truly expressed in that performance.
Kim, put down the mic. We need to... Okay, do they react? Do they react? John, you're my other partner. Tell me what you think.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Okay, no, you don't have anything.
Yes.
Oh, you do.
What is it?
I bet you liked that, didn't you? Let's be honest, that was some first-rate karaoke.
Okay. Yes. That was pretty good.
Oh.
What? No. No. There are universal standards of good out there, and that was just complete shit.
Jean, he's not right. Treat him like you treat McCoy's little brother.
Lieutenant W. Freighter, John Archetype McCoy's younger brother, Lance McCoy, although a man of 32 years, will mentally never surpass a 6-year-old.
John, Lance, who are these people?
No idea. Just passing on information stored in your fractured neural cortex.
And I'm not going to pretend like he's got a learning disability.
No. Maybe it didn't go as well as I thought.
You think so?
Oh.
It was very nice. Different, but good kind of different. I liked it.
She's lying. Probably
Aww.
hated it. They all did.
Judith's trying. I appreciate that. Hey, Gart?
Wow. Just wow. I hope you really enjoyed yourself up there. Had a cathartic experience. Because for the rest of us...
Uh-oh. Oh, good night. Good night, Min. Thank you. Thank you for joining us for this karaoke. I hope you continue to feel better. Bye-bye.
That really sucked.
It's safe to say this is about your karaoke performance.
You didn't understand my performance? Those high notes? I purposefully shredded them to convey a strained, worn-out sadness.
I get it. You were purposefully shit. So original. I'm not letting anyone up there again. Ever. Now, what did you want?
Well, nobody died. Nobody killed each other.
Hello, dear.
Okay. You don't have... My friend! Martin! What about you?
Hi again, Gendarme.
Okay, you don't have anything.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Goodbye. I don't suppose you guys have anything.
I've got nothing to say to you.
No. So let's... Okay, let's load after the success. To see what they say, but let me put on my proper outfit. Now I need to know what they say when they're impressed. Encyclopedia glasses, encyclopedia hat. Okay, what pants I normally wear. And perception shoes. Sure. Okay, Gart, now what?
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
Yeah, the church is actually my life.
Cool. Now, what can I do for you?
He really does sound like he thinks it's a little cool. Aww. This is one of those times I'm like, I wish I could choose all the dialogue options.
Yes? What is it?
Did you hear that? Did you hear me sing? Did you like it?
That was pretty good, Harry. Wasn't it, Jean?
Aw, she called us Harry.
Huh, that was... Yeah, that was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches.
It's like even meaner when you succeed.
Horrible. Truly horrible. I beg of you, don't ever subject anyone to this torture again. I mean, seriously, you need to...
Jean, he's not right. Don't make it worse. And I really liked it.
She actually did.
Oh, Judith. I love that he's even angrier. Okay.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
I restocked the empty trap. Where is Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
Manages a smile for you.
Her smile is wary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest.
Oh.
I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
Only the hardcore. I don't want to be mean. It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
So who's going to check the traps?
Morel will eventually. Or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
I can check them.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Once more into the breach, then. Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more. Fill up the gap with our English dead. Take it on with undue optimism.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this?
What's
It's
wrong?
like she's given up.
Seem different.
Different? How?
Not telling me the whole story.
I'm not. It's not that.
Doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Oh.
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
We have to find it even more now. But Morel told me you've seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something?
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence. That I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too. But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong?
No.
I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
I don't feel... No, not my suggestion. The hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid.
A true believer. Sometimes I still see it too. The real memory of it. How it was there. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Rising. Unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day. Like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
I'm curious about that suggestion check, but I don't want to make things worse by failing it. Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
You do that. I'll check on the traps one more time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Can I have your address, just in case there's news?
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Been a pleasure, ma'am.
Likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a
The sentence remains unfinished.
A waste of time.
No!
A dream.
No!
A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's snowing.
We have to find it.
We should go too.
Oh, that got depressing. I mean, we still have... We have to go back over there anyway. I feel like maybe I should have tried the suggestion check. It's hard to know with some of those whether you can come back to it or get information and come back to it, or if it just moves on. But... we can put more in suggestion. Should just get it up to... Oops. Yeah, sure. Get it... At least it's not awful now. Red checks assume it's only one time. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Let's see if we can... Sometimes they let you gather more information and bring it up, but... we can't let it have an unhappy ending. But suggestions, the stat I neglected. It's not, well, I didn't really neglect it, I just got stuff that... I just had a thought that made me lose points in it. Oh, wait, there's something there. The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. Ugh. There we go. You should equip all your electrochemistry and walk in front of the pawn shop. Okay. Can also do that.
The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving anymore. You still can't see a phasmid anywhere.
Oh.
Poor things.
Oh, come on.
The trap
There's
is
gotta
filled
be
with
something.
poor
Oh. There's gotta be more to this quest. Okay. Check the other traps? Oh, okay. I thought it was just the one that... Yes, good idea. Still here.
A few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap. The rest are piled in a heap in the corner, dead. No phasmid anywhere.
There's gotta be something. Hi, Envy. There's gotta be something for Mission Impossible failed.
Poor things.
No. We succeeded in empathy, though. Okay, there's that one. Well, we'll have to go back around the front. And then we'll come back to the... We'll go to the one that's near. I mean, near the beginning. It's over. No! I won't let it. Oh, wait, no, that's not what I wanted the other one. Down here. We just sang karaoke. It was meant... We have to do it. Not just for me, Elena. Oh, yes, I'm going to this one first, and then I'll go to the other one. This one's here.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no phasmid.
Oh, thank you so much, Lee. Thank you for joining as well.
Poor things.
Poor things. Oh. Okay, now we'll go for the other one. And then we can go check on the... can fast travel. Right. Forget about the fast travel thing. Although this does help me figure out how to navigate things. Because I do have a hard time with the landmarks around here. Over here. There it is, yeah.
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds.
Although they never change the model, there's always something in there, no matter what.
Poor things.
Oh. Come on.
Just dead, poor
Anything else? Do you have...
Yes?
Okay. Just looking up here again. I feel like this has got to be relevant up here, but... Okay. We'll go back to the... That's it! I screwed... Oh. I really felt like it was leading somewhere. Unless I screwed up a quest. Unless I screwed it up somewhere. That can't be it. I'm sad. Do you have anything new?
Hello again.
Okay, no. You didn't? Okay. Well... I guess this game does teach the hard lessons. But I still want to believe. Hey, kiddos!
Hi again. So, how are things going?
About the church. I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the crab man.
Oh, man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Nope.
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man. Actually told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
That's gonna make the best nightclub experience ever. You're just gonna have to live with the crab man.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe it wasn't Tsuna, it was like Sona. The former lead programmer Fortress Accident appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy tent muffles the last two words. The command fails to impress.
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
Well, I'm not really feeling it. I mean, the love part, given you're keeping the one girl outside.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
She did not like the Enotic Dance Club idea.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. Victor, we have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, Honor Man.
Oh.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her.
Yeah, or, I mean, maybe the dance club could help with the research?
If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
Balance dance. It could add a certain je ne sais quoi. She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her. Proceed with the quest.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
Godly. We can see what we have logic-wise. And see if anybody else has anything to say. No? No.
The large-headed...
Incremental change. Okay, what have we got for logic? Drama... Drama... This for some reason. Very unfortunately. Oh, got the jacket. You have so many points, I know. I did spend a few. I have been working on it. Interfacing, rhetoric, empathy, plain threshold. Oh. Oh. That's 2 logic. Okay, good. We don't have to wear the scary hat. Not scary, but like 7. Let's try.
So,
oh wow.
how things going?
I guess 7. It's a few. Yeah. It's good to keep them. It's good to have some just in case. Save it for a rainy day.
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather around.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you.
I mean, to be fair, I would not be happy being called kids.
The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned.
Yeah, we'll spend some. I want to change my thoughts around too.
Their would-be leader is less amused.
Oh. Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective. Where is this going?
But you still are.
Thank you for your kind words. But everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace to uniform.
What happened?
All these answers are good. Disco didn't ruin us. I did. I happened to myself.
That's a real downer.
Now, obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
This isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
All these are good. Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker, you only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
You have no headphones. Wouldn't a cell need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawn them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
That Nosafed is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
Lawbringer. There is no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
I guess we can do this as well. Sona said you've been lying about your plans. Your answer was very unconvincing.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
So what are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Just a little push.
The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
Okay, suggestion's back. I guess we can trust suggestion. It's not very high. I don't really care. I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want, I'll do what I want.
Really?
Sounds relieved. Really. I wanted to ask you about something else.
You wanted to just ask me about something else?
Or you can tell me the plan or you can tell me the plan for the church really was.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
It's true, I don't know if I can trust suggestion. It's been so low this whole time. I don't really know how it works.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
Oh my god.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
Not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started digging speed in there.
But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
So, what now?
This is it. judgment time.
Oh no! We actually have to decide. Give me your cash. We're doing pretty okay with our mind powers that let us generate money. It wouldn't work without the lab. Proceed with, can we do just the rest of them? No, I am curious how that works, but let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for Nordic music.
Yeah!
The young man's smile widens to inhuman proportions. His teeth beam in the floodlight.
I knew it.
The would-be leader drops his spiked head between his knees.
It's impossible now.
No?
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
So there's never gonna be a club in there? Or what about fish?
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
Egghead!
We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
This will be nothing. You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind, a grape-shot row of falling houses. And so is Rue de Saint-Giraud and all the houses on Main Row. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa Labos.
Wait, does anyone feel that?
What?
Nothing. Let's call this incident crime prevention, but I have my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
He raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
Yeah.
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Oh, that's it for now.
Goodbye, officer.
Now,
I see you're here again. Offside.
and are you all good?
Incremental
Okay.
progress.
Incremental progress. Egghead is Dolores Day. Might have glowing lungs, but Egghead has a glowing head. Is he the next Innocence? Does everybody get a glowing bit? Juve, I really want...
Hello again.
Okay. Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of this plan. Actually, let's put our other clothes back on. I want... You would follow him? You know, love, music. He does have a pretty interesting thing going on. Yeah, fair enough. I would probably follow him too. He's... has some of my favorite voice work in the game.
Hello again.
Okay.
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it.
I don't care, I'm local. I just wanted you to know that I know about the plan.
Okay, but I still regret it. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise. May I ask, what did you tell them?
Do what you will with your dance club, just no drug labs, please.
Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Aw, thank you. He's a good kid. Convince her to cooperate or evict her. Victim's tattoos. So as much as I want to get the gun, I don't think I can keep going right now. But the one last thing we can do is actually, let's find out where this will take us. Kim, we need to talk about responsibility.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject.
Ah. Oh dear. Good, we're on the same page then.
If you ask me, it's high time for you to set aside these frivolous side tasks and focus 100% of your energies on the case before us.
No, I meant like less responsibility, you know, the kind that gets assigned.
Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stability? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
For this whole situation.
Now I understand.
Lieutenant nods his head gravely.
Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
How did you know?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees.
Thought you were a moralist, Kim.
In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Veadotube, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment.
Didn't he leave?
If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first, you might need to speak with his young companion.
Okay.
Now, was there anything else?
Let's try that. Let's actually just try that. Check quickly. Okay, what do we have that's Inland Empire? Wait, we're already wearing something with Inland. Empathy. Empathy. Empathy, Half-Light, Drama. We don't have much for Inland Empire, I guess. Nothing's minusing it, is it? We'll try it.
Yes?
And then we'll put a point in.
What if
Oh!
you did it?
Wait. Did what? The Hanged Man?
Yes, you killed him. And then, as part of the plan, you drowned out the memory.
Oh, and yes, thank you. I forgot about the ledger. Good point.
Forgetting was merely a matter of convenience. Very clever.
If we weren't so late, I feel like this would be a clever twist.
Maybe this is why your chest feels so hollow. You did an awful thing. And you can't even bring yourself to acknowledge it. Are you sure you would have the strength to take down a hardened mercenary? You're not in the best shape.
Keep it to yourself. This is your burden to bear now. Or what nonsense. Kim, I think I may be the murderer. I killed the man, then tricked myself into forgetting about it.
And what has led you to this conclusion?
My chest feels hollow, like I did something terrible. But it all makes so much sense. It would have been so convenient for me to forget all about the murder and everything else.
Thus far, your memory loss does not seem to be convenient for you or anyone else. Except insofar as you've managed to avoid doing any work.
We made great progress. So you're saying I didn't kill him? But Kim, it turned out that I was the one racing around town in my motor carriage.
The victim wasn't run over by a drunk driver. So, while I can't condone your driving habits, the cases remain unrelated. Look, it's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is identified and apprehended. Especially when the investigation is dragging. So, let's get back to it, shall we?
He's so good. So we still have that. I'm probably gonna finish up, but I'm just looking around. Still plenty of things to do. This does feel like it's been getting... This list has been getting shorter. Pretty good, pretty good. And then mirror, chemistry, box of sunglasses. I wish some of these would like disappear since they aren't even accessible anymore. Novelty. I want to do that one again. Pain threshold. Map wall. The door, padlock door, barbell. I want to do that one. Don't want to do that one. Don't want to do that one. Measure head, Lillian. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna finish up now and we'll do a proper save. Fortunately, I don't know exactly when I'm gonna be able to stream next. I might be going on a small trip for the rest of the week, so I hope soon, but I don't know the exact time. I'm very excited. I think we made some good progress. Very excited. We did karaoke finally. Very excited to get the gun back. I'm a little nervous about that encounter, but feels a bit like a boss fight. We'll figure it out. I don't know for sure about the trip. We'll see. It'll be good for me to get some work done over it. Don't gamble too much. No. I never gamble. I know all about it. I know all about gambling cognitive distortions. But of course, exciting Ruina's still on Tuesday. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me, and I really, really enjoy all the commentary and advice you all bring, so thank you. So hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all later sometime. Bye-bye!